Hi everyone, it's Jeff here from Avada. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at how to use the collapsible read more feature on containers and columns. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to add and configure a collapsible read more section to a container or column. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and click the bell icon to stay up to date with all new Avada videos. Alright, let's jump in. A read more feature can be a good idea to implement anytime you're balancing visual simplicity against content depth. You can add one to either a container or a column. I've imported the recruitment pre-built site here, and I have made a suitable container to apply the read more feature to. There are a lot of recruitment sectors here, so we're going to collapse this container with a read more button to improve the usability of this page. You can find this feature on the Extras tab. There is an option here called Collapsible/read more. Note how you can enable this independently on any screen size. Sometimes you might just want to enable this feature on mobile, for example, to make longer content easier to scroll on smaller screens. But here I will apply it across the board, so I will select all three screen sizes. Okay, enabling that option brings a whole lot of dependent options to the fore, and here we can configure the feature. The first option here is the collapsed height. This can take pixels, VH, EMs or REMs, and even percentages when the height of the container is defined. For my example here, I will set this to 1130 pixels. Note also that you can set this height independently for all screen sizes. If I just set it on large screens here, it will then flow through to the other screen sizes. That should work for me here. The next option is collapsed fade effect. This can be none, to transparent, and to color. As the description explains, to transparent dissolves the content itself, revealing what is behind it, and also fades the container's own background and border. This is best over background images, gradients, or transparent sections. To color lays a gradient over the content towards a chosen solid color, keeping the background intact. This is best when blending into a known background color. For this example, I'm going to leave it on none, but this option will heavily depend on your design and situation. Now also note that we are not seeing the container collapse at this point. With the live builder, as you might want to work on any part of the container, we made it so you have to click on the preview icon to see the effect. Yeah, there it is, with half of the content cut off and the read more button at the bottom. Okay, let's go back and see what else we can do. The next option is collapse trigger. The built-in button is the default, but you can also use an external link or button. This is handy when you want to have more control over styling and position, etc. The built-in button uses the default button styling, but with the external link you have full control over styling. To demonstrate this, I'll just add a container I saved in the library which has two buttons. These links or buttons need to be in a container or column outside the collapsible area so they can be seen when the container is collapsed. Here I have both an expand and a collapse button, which together toggle the container above from collapsed to expanded and back again. They are set to their respective dynamic data action. I have added the container's CSS ID in the target element ID option, and both are auto-hidden when inactive. There are three collapse dynamic data link actions: expand container/column, collapse container/column, and toggle container/column. So alternatively, you could just have one button set to the toggle dynamic data action. For this example though, so we can see the other options, I'll just delete that button container and go back to the original container and change the collapse trigger back to built-in button. Okay, with that selected, the next option is expand button text. This is the text shown on the button while the container is collapsed. By default it says read more, but I might change it here to see more. After this is an option for a collapse button. As the description explains, with this you can show a button to collapse the container again after it has been expanded. Set to no for a one-way reveal, and the button fades out once expanded. That could be useful in some situations, but here I will leave this on yes. And in the next option, I will set the text on that button as see less. After this comes the expand/collapse button position option. This is where the built-in button or buttons sit. Below content places it in its own row beneath the collapsed area. Overlay on content floats it over the bottom of the collapsed area, on top of the fade. Because of the layout and colours here, I think I will leave this at below content. Then comes alignment. It's set to center by default, and here I think that's just fine. There's also a button offset option with which you can fine-tune the button position. With below content, it sets the gap above the button. With overlay on content, it lifts the button up from the bottom edge. Just note that to transparent fades via a mask, so the button only stays fully visible if the offset is at least the fade height. If I preview my example, I quite like the positioning of this button, so I will leave it like this with no offset. The last option is the expand collapse animation speed. It's set to 400 milliseconds, which I think is fine, but this can be anywhere from 0 to 5 seconds. Okay, I think that's my container done. Let's just preview this once more. So as I scroll, we can see my collapsed container, and if I click on See More, it opens up and we can see the See Less button at the bottom. If I now go to medium screen preview, it looks good as well. Now let's expand this and move to small screen preview, and here we can see that the container is indeed very long when it is expanded, and this feature is very useful here to make browsing more enjoyable on a phone. Yeah, that would be a better experience. Also remember, you can also just apply this to a column, either a full-size column within a container or a column with other columns beside it. A good example for that might be this About Me page, where we have more text than we might want for design reasons. So here, if I set the text column to collapse to 500 pixels, we can see it's much nicer from a design point of view, and readers can still access the content with a single click. Obviously, this wouldn't work when columns within the container were set to stretch, as then they would both collapse. So there's the collapsible Read More feature for containers and columns. There are no doubt a multitude of ways to use this feature. Enjoy! And that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Avada tutorials and deep dives. And if you have any questions or need help, feel free to create a support ticket. Our team is always ready to help. As always, thank you for choosing Avada.